For integrated playout systems, channel graphics are really important. This is what sets the K2Edge apart from any other solution in the market. Together with Channel Composer, the Graphs Value offering shows unique functionality in its raw power and the way it's natively integrated into the asset management and playout workflow. On this screen, we can see a live playlist running on the K2Edge. We have designed an advanced graphic sequence, including picture-in-picture, for 3 upcoming clips, as well as 3D rendered graphics. All while the main feed is playing in the background. What's really unique in the sequence is that we're playing back 4 high bitrate, full HD clips from the same system in a full 3D space. This design that we're watching was created in Channel Composer. I'll walk you through how we create templates and formats and explain the graphics workflow and its native integration with Playout and asset management. So we're showing Channel Composer here running on a Mac system. Channel Composer is available on the Windows and Mac, and one of its unique features is that whatever it shows here is what you will see later on at the K2Edge as well. The smallest elements in the design are called templates. We've prepared a little project here, which I'm opening now, and we're running in an HD mode at 1080 60i. What we're looking at here is the states and a template timeline together with the project assets and objects on the left side. I'm importing a video from the local file system on this Mac. This video asset is now available in my project, and we have imported other objects as well, such as stills, 3D elements, fonts. We can do audio voiceovers, animations, but we'll keep it simple for this demo. So I'm going to make a picture-in-picture template which moves in and out of the screen. I'm starting from the library with one of the predefined boxes on which I want to map the video I just selected. So starting here, choosing the object parameters, choosing the correct side. I have the few different sides of that box available, and I can map any object on any one of the faces. In this case, I want to have a standard texture, and in that texture, I want to place a clip player. As you can see, I have many players available here: animations, clips, lives, stills, live being an SDI input on the K2Edge. But in this case, I'll go for the clip. Select the clip here, and I have a clip reference on the front face of the box. The next step is that I want to select the video, selecting the file source for that clip player. And this is this fixed video now. As you might imagine, is that this fixed video will be replaced by the playlist at a later stage to a dynamic video. When we are showing a picture-in-picture, we also want a text on the front face of the object. So I'll go to the library, select the text, and put it on screen. Scale it down, and group it together with the object. My box and the text are now in the same object, but I can see that my text is not on the correct face, so I can move the text independently on top of that object. I can manage this object as a single piece now. I want to scale it a little bit. I want a flat box here. And I can put it outside the screen to initiate the movement I want to reach. So let's say I want it on the left side, moving into the right. So I'll give it a keyframe, move it to the right, move it there, size it a little bit, like this big. Okay, I put another keyframe in, and I've reached my movement from the left to the right. So this is my in template. Anywhere in the playlist, I can address this in template by referring to this template. I could choose for my template to have a fixed duration, so that the object moves into the screen, stays there for 10 seconds and moves out. But in this case, I want a separate in template and an out template for this picture-in-picture. So what I do here is I copy the template. There's a second template now, which I'll call picture in picture out, pip out. And I can, in this case, just reverse the keyframes. Like this. So this is my picture in picture out. I don't exactly like the way it moves to the left there. In this case, my out movement, I'd like to be on the other side of the screen. Move the screen a little bit. Rotate. And at the same time, I want it to fade out to a 0 visibility. So I'll take the blending effect here and make opacity 0% and then update my keyframe. So in this case, I'll just move it out a little and then fade it out. So those are two very basic templates. The next template I'm going to design is a bug-in, bug-out template based on a 3D model which I've imported from Autodesk 3D Studio. It's important to understand that designers can use their favorite creative software in designing these models or any stills or any animation in the 3D space. So when I'm starting with the 3D design, this little 3D object, I can put it on the screen somewhere and follow the same keyframing rules as I did with the previous template. So I'm starting here. I want it to fade in with 0 transparency. So 0 transparency here. Keyframe it. No movements, just a 100% visibility. Will stay there, that point. So fade in, fade out. And again, I'm copying this template to do the reverse. Rename that template to bug out. Reverse the keyframes, just a trick to make it faster. So starting here, fading out, but I want to give this a little movement as well on the end. So I'm making my state smaller again, selecting my object here, and then give it a twirl, and then move it out to the right again. Update it here. So I've made 4 templates now. Picture in, picture out, bug in, bug out. I can make a credit squeeze as well, which is an often used template on screen. So I'm adding a template here. Name that template credit squeeze. Using the video object I've just imported. This was a smaller video here, so I'm going to upscale it to the full screen HD format, which is native functionality of the K2H, that upscaling, downscaling from HD to SD, from SD to HD is all possible within the system. So we start with a full screen video, and again, after a bit of time, which I can actually set on a frame accurate basis. But in this case, I'll take simple values like a second, credit squeeze, keyframe it, zoom the timeline a little bit because I want the credit squeeze to be there for a fixed amount of seconds, in this case 4 or 5 seconds. Squeeze it back to its full screen format. Put a keyframe in. I have a very basic template as well, where we do a credit squeeze starting on the left, running to the right. So I have actually a tryout mode here in which I can run my design templates. So in this case, I'll run my credit squeeze here. At the same time, I can put in the bug in, which fades in there, do a bug out, as you can see, and then, for example, do the picture in and picture out.